What's up, guys? It's Aiimz, and I'm going to be making a Paladin guide, and it's going to be kind of a weird beginning to it because I ran out of time and I have to stay under the 15-minute mark, and this is going to be like exactly 15 minutes. So without further ado, here you go. Free cast in PvP. So that's my PvE. Quick rundown of talents, my talents as a holy paladin. So yeah, I hope you guys like that. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'm gonna shoot right into. I'm gonna go into a 5-man, I think, and that I haven't done in forever, and I'm gonna go carry some people real hard and record another video. It's gonna be probably roughly the same length. Hopefully this is in 15 minutes. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna record. This is gonna be like my first video rendering on this new computer. I don't know what it's gonna do. I don't know if it's gonna suck madly, but I hope it's nice. All right. Thanks for watching. That was just bad. Holy Paladins. Oh, look at that beautiful scenery. I'm a little confused as to why that's not loaded. LOL, you're still alive. Yeah, obviously. Alright. Talents. Let's get into this. Alright. So, you got a couple that you can have either 2 or 3 in. Protector the Innocent heals you a lot, because every time you heal someone, you get a heal. It's a lot of healing, and you're missing out. I'm missing out on about 1,300 healing every time I cast a spell. You need Judgment of the Pure 3 out of 3. You just need it. It gives 9% haste for a minute after you, and it gives you your spirit regeneration in combat after you use your Judgment. Judgment's changed in the past patches. You don't judge on cooldown anymore. It doesn't give you any benefit. It in fact is not really a benefit at all. It does more damage. Like if you don't need to worry about, if your mana's fine, you want to do a little more damage, go ahead. But as much for that, you keep it up 1 minute, and you do it on a minute cooldown. I do it every like 30 seconds, just because it's really hard to go from doing it every 8 seconds to doing it every minute. So, like that. Clarity of purpose. This is something that you would want 3 out of 3 in. Makes all your spells faster. There you go. Look at that. Boom. Why my pixels aren't loading and everything, it's beyond me. It's probably because I started up while I still had updates to go on or something. I don't know. There we go. There was something. There's nothing coming out of my hands, though. That's cool. Alright, last word. This is your first one that was optional. You could put your 3 out of 3 in this, or you could put a 2 out of 2 in this. I use Word of Glory a lot. When I use it on targets that are low on health. So if I get a 60% chance crit, my crits are like 60k, 80k. Pretty nice. Really helpful. I'm usually a tank healer in raids and stuff like that, and yeah. So that's that. Blazing Light. It's PvP talent. This is all PvE stuff I'm talking about. PvP, sure, maybe. Not. I mean, not even then. I don't. No. Just if you're going PvP, denounce. There you go. Just take 2 points and denounce and miss it up somewhere else. Miss it over here or over here. Alright. Divine Favor. You need it. You need your cooldowns. Cooldowns are. This cooldown is your own Bloodlust. It is amazing. It's the nicest Bloodlust ever. It's a Paladin Bloodlust. That's exactly what it is. And it is very synergistic with your 4-piece. Or 2-piece, actually. When you Divine Favor, for the first 15 seconds, it's 25% mana cooldown. Reduced mana. So it's nice. It's a little added benefit. Alright, let's go over Infusion of Light. Increases your critical chance of Holy Shock. Now, when you get a critical, it says it right there. Actually, I don't really need to read it. But I just got a critical. Bam! That was a Divine Light. That was 33k almost, right there. Oh, there's another critical. Like, and there's a 67k heal. It's pretty necessary, because especially since it goes into Speed of Light. Speed of Light gives you 3% spell haste just off the bat. Like, I don't have a target to hit. I'll go over to a target while I keep talking. Alright, then there's Daybreak. Flash of Light, Holy Light, and Divine Light have a 20% chance to make your next Holy Shock not trigger a cooldown if used within 12 seconds. So, yeah. Alright, that's the thing where when you get a crit, there you go, that's it. That's Daybreak. You see it? I can push 3, boom. It's still not on cooldown. If I was to do another one and get another crit, which the gods are not in my favor, so I'm not going to get it. That's really nice. Probably should have 2 out of 2 in that. If you had 1 out of 1 in that, 1 out of 2 in that, I could see why, because then you have 10% chance. I don't know though. You don't really need that point to go anywhere else, unless you wanted to put it in Protector of the Innocent. It's a lot of extra healing. That's up to you. Enlightened Judgments. This is where I will branch off, and I'll put 1 out of 2 in it. Every time you judge, it heals you for some. You don't judge a lot because you don't need to judge a lot anymore. That changed, but it grants you hit rating. If you have 50% extra hit rating, like I sit, hold on. I think I have to hit someone. All right. Let's see my hit rating right here. Hit chance, I will barely miss on them. Melee hit chance, I won't miss. Really nice. There's my Judgments of the Pure, by the way. I'm not worrying at all if I'm going to die by them because I have tons of health. Alright, Beacon of Light. Your bread and butter. It is a really nice spell. This is your put on the tank, heal someone else spell. Or even heal the tank, get your extra Holy Light procs. Really nice. Extra Holy Light. I even got some stuff. Look. Oh, I got a free flash. There, look. Full. Oh, I'm full again. That's a different talent, but that's Eternal Glory, 30% chance, but we'll get to that. I'm running out of time. Talk a little faster. Speed of Light, I already talked about that. Sacred Cleansing. This is another thing. Is if you're in a 25-man raid group and you have priests and stuff that can get rid of your magic effects and curses, or not curses. I wish I could dispel a curse. If they can get rid of your magic effects, then you don't need this. If you don't need this, you can put 1 more point in something else. You put the 1 more point. You can put the 1 more point in Enlightenment Judgments. I would say no. It's not really much of a gain. It increases your range of your judgment by 5 yards, but you already have this over here, so don't need to worry about that. Protect of the Innocent. Let's go with that one. I would put that in there if you don't have to. Alright, Conviction. Conviction gives a 3% stacking bonus every time you get a crit. So, let's see if I can get one. Any day now. Okay, fine, I'm gonna use a cooldown. I'll definitely get some. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's one. Holy crap, Conviction. Alright, there you go. It works a lot better if I have a whole lot of targets and I can just Holy Radiance and get them. Like, I just use like half my mana to get that. Alright, so damage and healing increased by 9%. That 9% doesn't seem like a lot, but it usually stays stacked, especially when you're in a raid, and this is kind of a raid, 5-mans. You know, I can do a different guide on every single one of those. It depends on if you guys like this. So 9%. It's 10% increased healing, so it's a big deal. It definitely adds up by the end of the run, or a mastery. So you're in a raid and something's about to hit you for a whole bunch of fire damage, or there's a whole big lava wave coming, and your team just is, oh my gosh, they're so stupid and they're about to get hit by it. Boop. Oh, you've got 6 seconds, I think. Yeah, you've got 6 seconds where your resistance is doubled. Instead of 195, you get like almost 400. So it's a lifesaver. You can also do it on Morchok. Morchok, Devotion Aura. You don't need Resistance Aura. He doesn't use anything that's requires by Resistance. Maybe in Dark Splooge, I don't know. That's meh. But Devotion Aura, there you go. Paragon of Virtue. This is another thing that you could possibly take a point out of and put it somewhere else. No, I like having my Avenging Wrath on a lower cooldown. Avenging Wrath, it's a 2-minute cooldown. That means you can use it 7 to 8 times on Madness. Madness of Deathwing. I would use it. Go ahead, use it. Amazing. It just it synergizes well with everything. You use your cooldowns. If you don't use your cooldowns, you're not using your character to your full potential. Gotta do that. All right, Tower of Radiance. This is what gives your Beacon of Light when I heal myself with a Flash of Light of Divine Light, where I get my charge of Holy Power. See, right there? And I didn't use Holy Shock, which is the other thing that gives it. Alright, Blessed Life. Now, this is one where I see a lot of Paladins make the mistake of putting 2 out of 2 in it. If you're gonna get hit, you're probably gonna get hit more than once. Now, if it's a one-time thing, I can see how 2 out of 2 would be nice. And maybe in some fights it is. But in most fights, it's a 1 out of 2 thing. If I get hit, I'm going to get hit a couple times. And if I get the 50% chance, it's on an 8-second cooldown, too. It's a pretty big cooldown to have 2 points wasted in it, where you're probably going to get hit more than once in that 8 seconds. So you have a good chance of getting that Holy Power point. Go ahead, put 1 in it. I would not put 2. That is a waste of a point. Alright, so Light of Dawn. Light of Dawn is for more than 5 people. And I know in Mist and Pandaria it's really powerful. It's more powerful than it is now. This is like, you use Light of Dawn at 3 stacks if there's a bunch of people hurting. If there's only one person hurting, you use your Word of Glory. Light of Dawn, more than one person, more than your 3 people. It's up to 6 people with the most injured. So use it when there are people that are hurting a lot, and there you go. It kind of replaces your Word of Glory, but I still like Last Word because of the fact that people get really low really fast. And if I'm a tank healer, they get really low, and then I pop a 80k heal off. Everyone's like, oh. And if I have Guardian of the Ancient Kings popped, that's 80k plus 80k, and then they're all the way back up. Plus, it also heals the way around people. All right, now let's get into the protection talents. So if you want to go into the protection tree, there's Divinity. Increases all healing done to you and done by you and to you by 6%. It's another increase. So you're doing about 15% extra healing when you got Conviction up. And you'll have Conviction up in the raid. You just will, all the time. My gear's pretty decent. Like, I'm 403 item level. I think I'm actually more than that if I put all my gear on the correct gear, but whatever. Yeah, so I like Word of Glory. That is why I have Eternal Glory. 30% chance to not consume Holy Power. You saw me do it a couple times earlier. Word of Glory at somebody at low health, and it crits, and then I have a free extra one. It's like, bang, it's like a win-win. So you use that. So that's the rest of that. I don't see why anyone else would go any further into the protection tree as a Holy Paladin. As a ret, let's go into the ret. Eye for an eye. It's not bad, but it's not holy. Yeah, so there you go. Crusade. You should put 3 out of 3 in this. Increases the damage and healing of your Holy Shock with 30%. Holy Shock is kind of your generator for Holy Power, so you should use it every time it's off cooldown. And if you happen to kill something, just with a judgment, or someone designates one enemy for you to kill, you kill it, and then you use your Holy Light, and it's ridiculous. Your Holy Light heals for 300%. So it's almost a free 40k heal. It's like a Divine Light, but a fourth of the mana. Well, it's probably a little less than fourth. A little less than fourth of the mana, but still, it comes in handy. I would do 3 out of 3 in that. 1 out of 2 in this. This is the improved judgment. Gives you 10 yards. 10 extra yards does help. It's not necessary. You could totally put this into protectiveness and go 3 out of 33. I have 32, 5, 4. This is what I do. This is how I roll. Retribution, you could do Pursuit of Justice. That's nice. Not very many PvE things are going to stun, fear, or immobilize you. This would be more for PvP, in my opinion. Movement speed's nice. Rule of Law increases the critical chance of your Word of Glory. So, I mean, if you wanted to go really heavy into this tree and not go into this tree, but if you're going to go for Word of Glory, you're probably going to get this, and then you're going to miss out on 6% healing. And overall, that's better than the other stuff. Again, this is more PvP oriented, because you're not going to have time to just